Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Rex Races! The object of the game is for the Rexes at the start to reach the end, where the knights lay in wait. Who can get there first? Let's find out. And they're off! Oh, looks like Rex number 2 has taken a head start. Rex number 1 is quickly catching up. Actually, they're not, because they have the same speed. Rex number 1 still in the lead. Will Rex number 1 catch up? I don't know. This looks like it could be a close race today, folks, but it might change. Rex number 2 is still in the lead. It might stay that way, but it might not. What do we know? But it looks like they're still not changing. So, by the looks of things... Oh, wait! But look at that! Rex number 2 has stumbled, and Rex number 1 has taken the lead. He has taken a 50 feet long lead, and Rex number 2 has gone back into the race, but Rex number 1 has a very good lead. He just might win this. Perhaps he might win this race. They're only halfway there. Oh, but it looks like Rex number 2 has stumbled once again. I don't think he has any chance of returning into this race. I don't think he can win this. The only thing he can do is finish the race. But oh wait! Rex number 2 has stumbled once as well. But Rex number 1 has stumbled too. Rex number 2! But Rex number 1, he has gotten back into the race, and Rex number 2, oh dear, he is so far away. By the looks of things, this is Rex number 1's win. Rex has won. This is an epic day in the history of Rex races. He has won this. Rex number 1 has stumbled again. Rex number 2, why do I keep mixing them up? I don't know. Oh no, Rex number 1 has stumbled once more. This is his second time he's stumbled, but he's gotten back into the race. By the looks of things, Rex number 2 has stumbled as well. This is unfortunate. Rex number 2 will not be able to finish this race. But oh wait, Rex number 1 has stumbled. Rex number 2, he keeps stumbling as well, but it is for naught. Rex number 1 has won this race. This is an epic day in history, folks. This is an epic day. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, this is Forgotten Camel, and welcome to another Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. Before we begin, I keep tripping over words for some reason, but as I was saying, before we begin, I got a couple of announcements to make. I've actually been mentioning this in the description, but college will be starting, for me, Monday. So the beginning of the fall semester starts this Monday for me on August 14th. And I got 17 credit hours punched in. 17. That's a lot of hours. And because I got 17 credit hours punched in, it's unlikely I'm going to be able to make very many videos. The only kinds of videos that I would be making are unedited videos, but I kind of don't like doing those, and the only time I would be making unedited videos is if I was doing CSGO, but I haven't been playing any CSGO for quite some time. But here and there, I'll try to get a few videos punched in, just for the sake of keeping the channel alive. But college is going to be really, really hectic for me. I got 2 programming classes, 1 history class, 1 calculus class, Cal 2, and chemistry 2 and lab 2. For me, that's quite a bit, and honestly, I hate taking science classes like chemistry. It's hard for me to get into it. It was a miracle that I actually managed to get a B the last class, because honestly I had no idea what I was doing, and I had no idea how I got some of those answers correct, but I did. But anyway, let's go ahead and get on to the video. And here we are doing we're going back to the medieval ages, since most people don't seem to like my futuristic videos. Actually, they've been getting a lot of dislikes, unfortunately. But we have an orc army, or I guess you could say a battalion, maybe? About 500 orcs raiding villages and for food. They're raiding villages for food during their conquest to take over a city or something like that. And there is a militia of 500 footmen and 250 archers, or you could call them hunters or whatever. They are protecting a village. Let's pretend this is a village over here. This actually looks like a building from Morrowind, to be perfectly honest. It looks like a building from Morrowind. But without further ado, let's go ahead and see who can win. I honestly think I gave them way too many archers. Then again, these orcs have a lot of health, and they can really do some damage against these guys over here. As far as I can tell, putting 250 footmen and 250 archers against 500 of knights, usually the knights win. However, the orcs don't really have much of a block chance, so they might actually lose this. And the footmen have 250 extra troops. Once again, this is a small battle. It's more of a... It's a small battle out of a large contested one. These are just raids. They're like a scouting party, you could say. They're not the main bulk of the force, but once the main bulk comes, they'll be heading into the city, and we will not be doing the city here because it would be a real pain. But those footmen are getting mowed down, actually. Yes, I have a feeling that they're going to lose this battle, which is unfortunate. Despite having 250 archers, they are unable to cause any real pain to these guys. But I didn't realize I had talked for so long, because we're already at a night battle, which is really nice to see. All we need is fire and flames. Come to think of it, now that I think about it, it would be nice to have a Men of War style battle that is in medieval times. That would be pretty cool. But the closest thing I can think of is Mountain Blade, but that doesn't have an editor. You can put some interesting mods in Mountain Blade. I think there's some fantasy in it. Unfortunately, these archers are now getting mowed down. Now, they took out half of the orcs' force, but that's it. That's all they've been able to do. These orcs are just gonna mow down what's left of them. Poor archers. So they were unsuccessful in protecting the village, but, you know, I guess that's to be expected, considering that these are just men who just took up arms almost immediately that have absolutely no real training. Well, maybe except for the footmen, considering they have paid for armor and swords and such, because I don't know, I don't think that the footmen actually... I don't think that their armor is paid for by the guards. They buy it themselves, I think? I don't know. Yes, this was a loss. They managed to take out most of the orcs, however, it's a pretty big victory for the orcs here. They get food, and they might actually eat the humans too. But now, I think it's time to get into the main battle. Well, there's a huge drop in the frame rate. Okay, here is the main battle. The humans have holed up on top of a hill, and there are around 12,000 footmen. They've lost a few, unfortunately, but 12,000 footmen on top of this hill. 4 catapults, because, you know, it's realistic. Actually, it looks like it's 5 catapults for some reason. So 5 catapults, 600 archers, and around 3,500 knights, and about 1,000 horsemen to try and hit them up at the rear. And over here we had 250 ogres, 12,000 orcs, and 250 cyclopses. These guys, since they're at the back, they might be hit in the rear, which would be a problem for the orcs if they lost them. Actually, it wouldn't be that much of a problem because they have the ogres at the front, and they're going to take out a lot of troops. I really am not sure who's going... I actually think that the orcs might win again. I don't know. It might be because I gave them 250. Yeah, I might want to lessen that real quick. Alright, things got changed up a bit. This time it's 100 ogres. Hopefully that'll be at least a little bit fair. And, as you probably know, I tend to root for the losing team. So if the humans end up losing, I'm going to root for them. But if the orcs end up losing, I'm going to start rooting for them, because I don't want them to lose all the time. But here comes the battle. It has started. The footmen will have the advantage of being on the high ground. However, these orcs, looks like some of them will be on even footing, and they're going to just step on these footmen. Oh, just look at them just throw those footmen around. Of course, those catapults and archers will immediately start firing, but these guys are mowing through. It's amazing how much damage these guys can get before they go down. Yes, they're just sending these footmen flying. In hindsight, I probably should have given them 15,000, but they still have 3,500 knights to help them out a bit. Well, that might not be enough. Plenty of the ogres are going down, however, so that kill streak will end fairly soon. Oof, they only got 100 kills so far. Here come the horsemen, ready to hit those cyclopses at the rear, but actually, ooh, it looks like they're getting into a very well defended position over here. But one of those cyclops will go down, probably. Depends. As far as like, okay, it looks like they probably do 100 or so damage, as the horsemen have 500 health. They're actually taking out a few of the orcs. Thankfully, they're going to distract the enemy a little bit, but it doesn't look like they're going to take out that many cyclopses. So this is a little bit unfortunate, but it looks like it's going to be a constant flow of horses running over orcs, so that might help out a little bit. Over here, all or most of the ogres have already been taken out, so that's good news for the footmen. Looks like there's a minor battle at the flanks over here. The archers are not firing. Oh, they are firing over here, but only a few of them are. Looks like the catapults are getting dangerously close towards the enemy. You do not want that. That would be very bad. And despite the fact that there are only 600 archers, they're raining in like a machine gun. Look at how many arrows are hitting into these guys. That's going to help our footmen quite a bit. And over here, the battle's just surprisingly not very well spread out. I don't know what they're doing over here, but at least they'll take out 1 or 2 per charge. Yeah, these horsemen are starting to get stuck, unfortunately. That's not going to be good for them because quite a few of those Cyclopses will... They're just being protected now. A couple of those Cyclopses are attempting to kill the footmen. And boy, are these footmen getting pushed back. Actually, it's strange, but it kind of looks like the footmen are pushing now. That's pretty amazing that they'd be able to push despite being supported by only 600 archers. Did I really give them 600 archers? Yeah, it looks like I gave them 600 archers, so I'm surprised that they're struggling. The orcs are struggling to take out these footmen. Over here, it just looks like a minor battle. It kind of reminds me of Lord of the Rings. I guess we can call this, Popper Creek, as the poor soldiers that are just peasants are kind of getting slaughtered in that area. Over here, well, they are getting slaughtered as well due to the fact that they are not really getting very much support. However, it looks like some of the knights are getting into the battle. Now, these knights have a very good chance of blocking, and they are, well, they can take out probably 2 or 3 orcs before they go down. Over here, these guys are receiving artillery fire from the Cyclopses, so that is not good at all. In fact, it looks like all of the horsemen have been killed, and they're slightly even. However, it looks like they've lost their catapults due to fire, or it could have been that the orcs have pushed them. Either way, unless they can take out those Cyclopses, I don't see how they can win this battle, because those guys have an area of effect damage. And the orcs, I don't know why, they always kill more than the humans. It's sad, really. It's also sad that they had to struggle so over here. I don't know what these guys are throwing at. By the looks of things, the orcs are definitely pushing, but there is kind of a wall being built, so they're pushing fairly slowly. Hopefully they'll be able to take out some of those Cyclopses at the back. Oh, they actually have. But they have 250 Cyclopses. Probably around a dozen. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They only managed to take out 7 Cyclopses. So that's 600 archers versus 230 odd Cyclopses aiming at these guys. That's this is probably going to turn into a pretty one-sided battle. There's still the knights, however, so they might be able to turn things around once they all get into battle. They might, but a few of them are getting taken out by the Cyclopses. That or damaged. The Cyclopses don't do insta-kill hits. but they do quite a bit of damage. Over here, it looks like this flank is starting to get even bigger, actually. This area is starting to escalate into some slightly big battle. It's about probably 100 men trying to fight over this flank over here. A lot of the Cyclopses are still alive, and really packing the heat. They're taking out a lot of the footmen. In fact, it looks like mostly the knights have survived over here on this flank. In fact, they're actually getting hit from behind now. And some of the archers are getting hit too, so that's not going to be very good. It's not good at all. I guess it figures that the humans would be the ones to lose. Yeah, if you put you kind of had to put 3 times as many archers to be able to beat the Cyclopses, I think. That was from a test. And I actually kind of figured that they might be able to do well since these guys were outnumbering the enemy, but that isn't the case. It's always not the case when you're outnumbering someone. But generally, there are usually a lot more footmen than there are knights in a battle. So, usually that can't be helped. It's just that the orcs have way too many warriors in their clan, and they got so many Cyclopses. So many. It's too bad. It kind of looks like they're missing a lot, though, so that might be helpful. And a couple of the Cyclopses are going down, but there's still so many of them. So many of them slaughtering our knights and our footmen. It's really unfortunate. And our flanks are crumbling, too. Once those flanks crumble, they'll be able to hit the archers completely, and it'll be game over. That being said, I guess that the humans weren't doing too bad. They just needed some golden knights or, you know, some extra archers to help them. Yeah, I don't like giving more than 1,000 archers, though, because it tends to make things a little bit too one-sided. The battle ends a lot quicker. It's just altogether just not fun. Oh, but look at the amount of humans that got slaughtered by those Cyclopses. I have quite a few Cyclopses left. But, yeah. At least they managed to take out most of the ogres. And some of the Cyclopses. That's helpful, right? To be perfectly honest, I think they'd be doing a lot better if they actually had tactics in this battle. It's always important to take out the Cyclopses first. If only the horsemen got in there quicker, they would have gotten into the Cyclopses and killed a lot more of them than possible. The knights are still holding, so they'll be able to take out a couple more before they are completely taken out. Over here, I don't know what the Cyclopses are doing. It looks like most of them are missing. There are probably about 100 archers left, too. But look at this wall over here. Excuse me. Look at this wall over here. It's getting pretty high. The knights are still getting pushed back. I'm actually surprised that with the amount of archers firing at these guys, they haven't gone down almost immediately. How much health do they have, exactly? I need to check that. 1800. Yeah, you guys kind of need to take out those Cyclopses. They're the reason why you're losing right now. But this is a pretty interesting flank. Oh dear. Looks like the orcs are pretty much taking out the archers now, unfortunately. That's just not good at all. They'll be able to get into their flank, into their backsides too. I mean, they were fighting really hard. I was really concerned that they might not win this, and they didn't. It was because the Cyclopses were able to get right into cover before the horsemen could get near them. So unfortunately, that did not go as planned. So many of the Cyclopses managed to survive. It's just sad. So once again, it looks like humanity's last stand. I can never really seem to get an even battle. I haven't really had an even battle since the Romans versus barbarians, and it was so incredibly even. There were less than 100 troops left when that battle started. It was amazing to see, actually, but I don't normally play these to be completely even. I just put the enemies together and see what happens. If they lose, they lose, and I become sympathetic to the loser, and unfortunately the losers are the humans. And that means I gotta give them spearmen. Of course, I won't be doing it in this video because this video will end up too long. It kind of looks like those Cyclopses are trying to learn how to play basketball, but I'm afraid that is not how you bounce a ball, sir. You are throwing the ball. You're not supposed to throw the ball unless you're passing it to someone, or you're trying to score a point. You're supposed to bounce it, sir. That is not bouncing a ball. Yes, but unfortunately there are only a few knights left now. It's always unfortunate. Do they still have an archer alive? Oh, they still got a few archers alive. I'm surprised, actually. It looks like the archers will be the ones to survive last, and they are just going berserk after those archers. They're just not happy with their comrades being shot down. At the very least, only 4,000 of these guys, these orcs managed to survive. So, in a way, they didn't do too bad, but still, a victory is a victory, and the orcs have won this battle. So anyway, that's it. That's all for today, and I do hope you liked this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe for more. And I will see you next time. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and good day.